Recording. Beautiful. Right on. Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Zoom. This is our Magic Moments Movement Zoom. It's one that I personally get very excited about. It's an awesome place to be where, you know, not just me, but people that are working with our company are loving what we do so much we get to share that with other people and not be selfish about it. And I can tell you quite honestly, people are looking for something different in life, looking for something more. Sometimes they know where to go to find that, and most often they don't. So we get to share with people what we do and why we do it and how we go about it. So I guess I'm just sharing that with you to let you know where my excitement is. You know, it's very easy to get caught up in the treadmill, if you like, or the trap of life where, you know, you get up, you go to work, you potentially don't really like your day that much. You don't feel very purposeful. You come home, you're exhausted, and you actually believe that this is normal purely because, you know, everyone else is living this way. And all you think to yourself is, hey, look, you know, the only thing I can do about this is go to bed, wake up, and do it all over again. So it's kind of, you know, it's very easy, I guess, if you like, to be selling out on your values, selling out on your dreams, selling out on, you know, your dreams in life. And just because you think, you know, other people are doing it, you know, there's that safety numbers, right? So if everyone else is not really living to their potential, then it's okay that I'm not either. But we're going to share with you tonight something special in terms of a nutritional brand and also of a business and lifestyle opportunity. And we're going to inspire you with that being a possible plan B for you. And it's something that can help you dream again, really. And, you know, and you've got to start somewhere. So this could be the starting point for you. I don't know. This may or may not be for you, and that's okay. But I encourage you to sit back, even grab a pen and take some notes. And just as you're listening to the people share their stories tonight, just sit back and think to yourself, you know, what if you could have more time doing the things you love doing, more time with your family? You know, what if you could create friendships with like-minded people, you know, that are mission-driven and have the same passion as you, people that are fueling your flame? You know, what if you could earn some extra money? You know, I don't know if your household is struggling a little bit with money. If you could earn a little bit extra money, you know, that would make that difference and take that pressure off. You know, what if things could be different? You know, have a think about, as you hear in the stories tonight, have a think about how would your life look like then. So tonight you're going to hear about our very simple but literally super amazing product, Juice Plus. It's based on nature. You're going to hear about the company behind it. You're going to hear about the business that's literally around the world bringing back choices into people's lives. It's you know, it's a pretty significant thing, you know, when you're working with a company that can go global and you can connect with people around the world who also might be like you were, looking for something more bigger, you know, feeling a bigger sense of purpose, that there was something more for them in life, and, you know, you can do business with them. You know, it's a pretty cool thing. So I feel pretty excited and humbled to not just be a part of this movement, because for me, I'm in it for the long haul, but also to introduce you to the people that we'll be sharing with you tonight. So before I do that, I just want to share with you very quickly the company behind our brand, Juice Plus. First and foremost, we are a fruit and vegetable company. What we do, and all we do, is grow a variety of 30 different fruits, veggies and berries, and now an omega as well, a plant-based omega, for the sole purpose of encapsulating our nutrition and getting it out to people that need to bridge the gap. The only difference between us and the grocery stores is we deliver it in a different form. It's been around, the company's been around for 47 years, which is a very long time. It's a huge organisation. We get Juice Plus out to over 22 countries around the world. We are very proud to say, you know, that we're the company with the heart. And when I say that, we have a very simple but very impactful mission of inspiring healthier living around the world. So, you know, I mean, I couldn't tell you for the last 10 years I've been working with the company, almost every year people's New Year's resolutions are, I want to be healthier and I want to be wealthier. And I get to be working with a company that offers both of those, one or both. And the founder of the company, Jay Martin, the guy that started all this, he is still 47 years later the CEO of the company, the man behind the mission, which is you just don't hear about that anymore. And globally, we've done over $10 billion in sales, and that's purely using or achieved by a very simple and narrow product focus. So what I want to do now is hand over to my good friend Matt, my partner in mission. Mate, I've told you this before, you know, you're my sounding board. I value you in my days, in my weeks. But I'm going to hand over to you, mate, because I know you're crazy passionate about Juice Plus. So I'd love you to share with us very briefly what the Juice Plus product is, and share with us your product story. You know, what was going on for you and your health and your family's health before Juice Plus, where your mind was in regards to nutrition, and you know the difference Juice Plus made, and how you feel moving forward, knowing that that's in your life every day. So I'll spotlight you, mate, and you can take it away.
All right, thank you. Thank you, guys. Look, I love talking about these products. They're amazing. They're amazing the way that helps so many people. For me, I've been using Juice Plus for the last 4 years. For me, how it came about, I was out to look to improve my parents' veggie taste. They're the ones that, you know, that overcook their veggies. They hardly ate much fruit. And so I knew, you know, well, Mum at the time was going through breast cancer and she had a hip replacement. So I understood that she needed some major nutrition to get through that, to heal better and to get a great recovery. You know, so I went down that path of, you know, getting the blender and buying fruit and listening to the book, and that was just too cost effective. And she, you know, it just wasn't happy for them, and I couldn't really say much. So when Juice Plus came along, I saw this and I went, wow, this, you know, this looks pretty cool. And so then I actually looked into, like, you know, then by doing this, I actually had to reassess my own eating habits, you know, and what actually I was eating. And it made me really look at myself and go, you know what, actually, I don't eat all this variety myself, you know. So here I am trying to educate my parents on eating well when, you know, and I think I eat well, but I only eat, like, you know, a bunch of fruits and vegetables, you know, about 6 or 7, and I eat a lot of those, and that's about it. I don't do the mix like all the other stuff which you get in Juice Plus. So it made me reassess where I was at and what was going on, you know, and some of the things that are in these products that I've never seen those, you know, like an elderberry, you know, I don't think I've ever seen one. I don't think I've ever seen one in the store. But anyway, so it made me reassess and made me look where I was going. And as soon as I took these products and I started getting into my system, you know, I noticed that my recovery was great from my training sessions. I was sleeping much better. And that made me feel amazing. I went, you know what, this is gold. This is exactly what my parents need. So I shared that with them. They couldn't complain about the price. They jumped on board and they've been taken ever since. And Mum's had an awesome recovery now. And, you know, she's up and about, great. She's great mobility and she's doing really well. And it puts a big smile on her face knowing they have this, taking this. It's more put my mind at rest knowing that they've got this to back them up through what they do and how they eat, you know, because, you know, we're all not perfect and we all don't do it right every day, and this is what's so good about it. You know, it just covers it all. So that's about, you know, so that's how it came about, and, you know, I'm so glad it's come into our world. So about the products, I'll share them with you. Look, I'm going to keep this simple because it is very simple. They're just basically fruit and veg and berries in a capsule, and this is in here. And what I love about these is that there's 30 different types of fruit and vegetables in these. And like, what's great about these, they have a food label, you know, so on the back it says what it is. You know, there's no big words that I can't understand or can't pronounce. So look, you've got the grape, the blueberry, the cranberry, the elderberry, the bilberry, the raspberry. You know, as I was saying, half these things I've never bought in my entire life. So it's great to know that having these just here in my hand, ready to go, is fantastic. So they all come in a vegan capsule, you know, so it's great for all vegans. And also too, we have a meat blend. And this is, you know, we go straight to the source. We bypass the fish and we go straight. It's all again plant-based in a vegan capsule. And so we go straight to the plant. And in here, we've got some great healthy fats, and everyone struggles with fats. We've got the bad ones. You know what? This one solves the problem. So that's a great thing, to have a look at and check out. So also what we have is our soft chews, and these are for kids. So any adult on the capsules get these soft chews for free, and there's over 17 different sorts of vegetables in here. So any child between 4 to 18 can get these for free up to 4 years. So so it's a great way of really optimizing and impacting your health. So we have been told we're a company with a heart. So not only do we look after you, but we look after your family. So it's just a great way to really optimize your family's health. And the last one we have are our complete shakes. And again, these are all plant-based. Whole food goodness all in this. Gluten-free, lactose-free. And, you can use these for a quick brekkie on the go, a pre or post training, or just a quick snack. I use it for post training because I understand it's all about the recovery. And in one of these is exactly what your body needs to give back what you've just taken out of it. So they're amazing. So look, this is why I love these products. And look, that's it. They're very simple, they're clean and effective. And that's our products. Back to you, Paulie.
Unreal, Matt. Thank you. I think there we go. Right on. Now one spotlight that I was looking for before. Mate, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I'm gonna tell you, mate, I really, I love how you're looking to improve your mum's health. I know you now. Before knowing you, knowing that was your mission at the start, it really showed the type of man you were, the type of person you were, carrying on to other people. And I love how in doing that for your mum, you kind of looked at yourself in the mirror and were honest with yourself and said, look, I'm not doing this, and I'm educating other people to do this. So, to travel that humble road and go, what, this is something for me as well, and want to walk the talk. I think that's awesome. I also I related to, mate, the two things I noticed first up, straight up, were I was sleeping better and more energy. Now, I'm assuming that the fact that I was sleeping better attributed to the more energy, but anyone that knows me prior to Juice Plus probably would have thought this bloke doesn't need any more energy. But that was something I really enjoyed. And I really related to your peace of mind comment, mate. That I have that too. I love how you mentioned it's a food label. That was something that really resonated with me when I saw Juice Plus. And I actually, it took me a long time to get my head around the fact that it was that simple. And I'm very excited about the Children's Health Study you just shared, because I have been buying Juice Plus for my kids since they're 9 and 11 now. And I've been doing that since they were in a high chair pre-1, and now I'm going to get it to them for free for 4 years, which is awesome. So thanks, mate. I really enjoyed that product share. It is simple. It was simple because it is simple, and I really I love your Juice Plus story, and for me, as I said, it's very much the same. So what I want to do is I want to shift gears and talk to you or share with you the business opportunity. What I love about this business is just like the product, just like how Matt shared with you, it being simple. The business is very simple. And the company, it does all the hard work, so it allows me to just get on with doing what I love doing, and that is, wanting to help people. So Juice Plus, the company, we're a fruit and vegetable company. We grow, juice, dehydrate. We basically create Juice Plus and get it into a capsule. The company puts its neck on the chopping block twice a year. To date, it's done it 30 times. We've got 30 studies showing what it does inside the human body. So by that, I mean they put their neck on the chopping block and have Juice Plus independently scrutinised just to prove its efficacy. So we don't have to go by testimonials. We go by solid proof of what, scientific proof of what it's doing inside the body. They ship and stock all the product to my customers, and all the customers of all franchisees around the globe. They handle payments on behalf of me from my customers. They pay my team and me directly into our chosen bank account on the 10th of every month, which is again, really cool. And they have an amazing business coaching program. And anyone that's been in the business a while will tell you it's really just a self-development program disguised as a business. So that in itself is really cool. We have a tried and proven business system, and we see it all the time. You know, it's not if the business is not working, it's not the product. Everyone has the same product. Everyone has the same resources. If your business isn't working, it's you not working, and that's where we get to go down deep and get dirty with the personal development side. Your own personal blocks, and these are things that sort of move across in your own personal life and other areas. So it's really cool to grow yourself like that. Head office is in Newcastle, and for just $165, you get all of that plus your own website and an office, a virtual office we call it, that you can run your business from. So we get to, with all that sort of taken out, we get to focus on, or I get to focus on what I love doing, and that is talking to people. I literally get paid to talk to people, to build relationships, to connect with people, to reconnect with old friends. And it's crazy, that the company pays me to literally listen out to people's needs, their health needs or their financial needs, and just share with them what I'm doing and see if it's something they might like to engage with, whether it be the product and or the business opportunity. And it's really cool to, when you make that difference and help families bridge their nutritional gap. And along with loving, being paid to talk to people, which is money's a good thing, right? I love how we get paid, and we get paid in 3 ways. So we get paid on retail sales profits. So just like just like at the supermarket, you sell a product, you get paid and you earn money. So the company does that. So we'll refer Juice Plus. The customer will pay for it, and the company will pay us a retail sales profit. And everyone earns that same retail sales profit. No one earns more than anybody else. And that, again, is a really cool thing. We get paid by commissions. So there's an opportunity to get out there and share this opportunity with other people rather than keep it to yourself and be selfish. You get to offer this opportunity to other people. And so anyone that's working alongside you in your team, if you like, by supporting their business to grow, the company will pay you out of their profit pool commissions on the performance of your team. And I love that, because it's a teach business. It's not a sign-up club. So by that I mean, it doesn't matter if I go and bring 20 people into my business. If I'm not supporting them and they're all doing nothing, it serves me none. How it serves me is to serve onto them. And I love that servant leadership quality or facet to our business. And we have bonuses. The company has a rocket tracking program where if you're keen to get your business up and running fast, you get some good bonus money, some cash bonuses along the way, as well as, obviously building your customer base and building a team and building a bigger and wider residual income as well. I don't want to go into too much detail about the business. If you would like to learn more about that side of it, please just get back in touch with the person that's invited you on tonight's Zoom or sharing this recording with you. But what I want to do now is introduce our next guest. We're doing it a bit different tonight. Normally what we do, we'll have a guest NMD, someone that's in the top position, if you like, in our company sharing their story. And it's always really cool to hear those stories because, these are people that have been with the company 2, 3, 4+ years who have traveled that road of building a business and making a difference and changing their life by changing the lives of many others. But tonight we've got someone who's pretty much brand new to the business. She's a little gun. She has actually, in her first 10 days, achieved her first promotion, got a little bonus along the way, and is working towards her second promotion. I know she's coming to conference because she's just pumped and excited to see the bigger, wider community family that is Juice Plus. So really looking forward to that. But our guest tonight is Julia Watson. I used to know as Julia Walter. She, behind my back, became Julia Winters, and she's now, to the rest of the world, Julia Watson. But she's a lovely person. She's actually somebody that I've reconnected with recently after, I think, 30 years. And she's got a family of 4. She runs 2 super busy cafes, And in light of that, I thought she'd be a really good person to share her story as to what attracted her to this business and why she's doing it. So I'll just spotlight you, Julia. There you go, mate. So what I'll do is, if you're okay with it, welcome, by the way.
Thank you.
If you're okay with it, what I wouldn't mind doing is just asking you some questions as we go. If that's okay with you. And and if anyone's got some questions at the end, it's a good thing to put you in the hot seat and get those questions asked as well. So I guess what I'll do first is ask you, before we reconnected, before you sort of came across Juice Plus, or even briefly share that, how, your interest, what you saw, how you got on the Juice Plus, but bring it towards the business. And I guess what I would love for you to share is, what has life been like for you, and what's it like now in terms of what's your day, getting up, going to work, running the cafes, the business, 4 kids, all of that. What was your level of fulfillment or your sense of purpose and passion? What was going on when you got on the product and that difference you felt that made you go, hey man, what about this business? And why did you, what's got you excited about building your business? I mean, is it the money? Is it the fact that you get to engage with people and their lives? All of that. So I'll kick you off with that and let you start there, and I'll just butt in and ask some questions along the way.
Okay. All right. So probably my experience with Juice Plus has been a whirlwind, because I think I found out about it mid-January, started my first shred February, and what are we now? March, and I've got my little franchise thing happening. So it's been pretty quick. I think I made contact with you again in January, and pretty much if you look through those old messages, it pretty much sums it all up, because it was new start of 2018. I was feeling like crap, was sick and tired of the cafes. They're so busy. And I think in one of the questions you I think I told you I've got 2 cafes, and without even knowing what you did or anything, I said something, I've got 2 cafes, they're a bit more hands-on than what I'd like, and looking for a career change in 2018. And you sent me back a response, and somewhere you said, what are you thinking of doing? Have you got any ideas? And when I replied to your different questions that you'd had after 30 years of trying to catch up, I remember looking at that question about what did I want to do, and I just stared at it. And if you actually go back to those messages, I never answered that question, because
It's true, you didn't.
I didn't. I just stared at it. What do I want to do? All I know is I don't want to stand behind a coffee machine 10 hours a day like I am. I don't want to be working 40, 50, 60 hours a week like I am. And I don't want to be missing out. Some days I leave before the kids are even awake, and my older daughter gets them off to school. I come home and it's just like, get them fed, get into bed. So, you just can't. I've been doing it for 3 years, and I think it's 3 years too long. And I think I was just flicking through your Facebook, and I saw your shred thing come up, and I went, oh God, what's this? And I think I messaged you, I said, what's this shred 10 thing? And you sort of explained it to me, and I went, that's it. That's exactly what I'm looking for. At that stage, I didn't realise about the business possibilities. I just got on that product, and within 4 or 5 days, I felt really good. And I thought, this is it. This is for me. And I think just over those few weeks, I met up with Dee Taylor, and we sort of went and had a chat, and she sort of went through a few things with me, and pretty much just talking about the sort of business that isn't going to involve me being out standing in a coffee shop 8-10 hours a day, and being able to be home more with the family, which is pretty much what I'm working towards. So I probably jumped on board pretty quickly. I thought, that's my year this year. I'm just going to make changes and not procrastinate, which you've been pretty good at in the past. And I'm just on board. So I'm still got the cafes. I've probably got about a 12-month plan with those, and I'd like to be out of them. And then this is just a great little thing that I can do. There's no risk. I can just, put my spare time into it. When I'm quiet at work, I go and lock myself in the office and just get on and start doing things. I can sort of parallel it with my current job without taking too many risks or putting the family under too much financial pressure at this point. So it's great.
I like that, mate. And I've got to be honest with you. You did with regards to the shred 10. You were bold. You just jumped in. You went, yeah, I'm all in.
Yeah.
And I know in my heart, I know it was that commitment to just go all out to just surrender yourself to the process, as to why you had such a significant result with it. And you know, you make what I do the reason why I do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, anyone that's working with our company loves to support people to better health, and so I've got massive job satisfaction, if you like, having put that post out there, and when you inquired about it, responding to it and say, hey, this is what it is. You know, if it's for you, great. If not, that's okay. So I acknowledge you for getting out of your comfort zone, putting yourself out there. I know that it's made a difference to not just you, but a couple of your kids as well, and improve their nutrition.
Yeah, my daughter's really taken it on. She's 21 and she loves it. Yeah.
And at this stage, probably at this stage now, the two of you are at a weight loss challenge, aren't you? To some extent, you're going neck and neck for kilos lost.
We are, yeah. We are neck and neck. I've just taken over her again. So
have you? That's news. That's new news today.
This morning, as of this morning, I've just gone. Can I say?
Yeah, of course you can say.
I've just gone 10.5 kilos this morning. So
wow.
Yeah, and Juliet's at 9. So I just took her over. So,
yeah. I think as parents, we want to make sure we're doing the right thing by our children in all ways, and obviously health is one of those things. And being busy the way you were probably didn't allow you that time to sit down and structure something with Juliet. And the fact that she's been inspired by you is so cool, because that's what we're about. We're about inspiring healthy living. So I did enjoy a story you told me about how, you know, a friend was staring at you, and, you know, what is it? And then she said, you're just bloody glowing. And so this is that thing, like with Matt wanting to walk the talk with his nutrition. You've literally walked the talk, and now people are looking at you and seeing something different in you and asking what that is. And I think that sort of just organically gravitated in us talking about the business, because you were wanting to share. I think you told me, you know, you've got a friend that who's going to start shredding with you on the next shred, and so on and so forth. So I think it may have been there that I said, look, you know, you can do this for yourself. Why let me earn some money when you can? And, you know, simply for caring about people. So I think that's maybe where it started. But what I love is, just like the Shred 10, you've just gone all out. You know, you've had a mission, and I think where you've done really well is you've been able to separate the head from the heart. And I think, honestly, that's probably because of the amazing experience that you've had with the Shred. You feel like you're genuinely speaking from a place of truth and authenticity around what this can do for you. You know, I think that's probably been a key factor in you being able to share it so honestly with people. So tell me about that. Can I ask you, because we sort of were chatting around this today, actually, you know, what's that feeling like when like you've got that friend Clancy who's started using Juice Plus, and she said she's loving it. Like, what's that feeling like? I mean, I guess, like, compare it to serving someone a coffee who comes in every day. They're always going to buy their coffee from you. They just come in, they buy the coffee, they leave, as opposed to sharing Juice Plus with Clancy, who turns around and says, whoa, this is what it's doing. What does that do for you?
Oh, it's so much more rewarding. And like, I'm getting messages from Clancy every day now just telling me, oh my God, I feel this, I feel fantastic, I'm not hungry, I'm having my shake, and now sending photos of the food. And it's like I'm the food boss, and we're going to send through pictures of what they're eating. But it makes me feel really good that I've been able to pass on, because I know how bad she was feeling. So her and I are at the same stage, and I'm glad she's taken it on and embraced it, and I'm glad that she's getting as much out of it as I did. And even this morning, I had a friend who saw my post on Facebook, and we haven't spoken for 12 years. We went to kindergarten together, and she's contacted me and asked me, said, I see you getting healthy and your daughter and everything, and I need some help, and can you help me? And I spoke to her today, and she's going to get on board and do the next shred. And I really hope that when I speak to her over the next few weeks, when she's done that she'll be getting the benefits. I'm just glad she was able to come to me and, you know, give it a go too. So if, you know, you can start spreading it around with old friends from, you know, 40 years ago or something, and she can pass it on to her kids, and it's great.
What I loved about that was around you and Clancy, you know, that you knew how she was feeling. And that point of connection, we're all humans. We might get up and go on our busy little lives, go here and go there, but I think we have common connections, and I think health is obviously one of them for people. It's amazing to be that one step ahead of her, going, look, this is amazing, come join me, and she's just hot on your tail, and she's now feeling that. This other person you said was someone you hadn't spoken to in 12 years.
Yeah.
And she responded to a post. So I love that, because often people might say, oh, look, I don't know that many people, or they might not want to know about it and get into that whole prejudge mode. What post did you put? What that she commented or asked about it? What was that?
Yeah, I think I just put something up there about feeling good and taking back control of my health, and passing it on to the family, I think, and just sort of said, PM me if you're for more information. I think I said I've just finished. That's right, I did it on my last day of the second shred, and I said I've just finished day 10 of my second shred and feeling great, and just PM me for details. And within a day, she was messaging me. I was so shocked to hear from her, because we've been watching each other on Facebook for the last 10 years, but never spoken, not even sent a message. But obviously seeing that post was enough that she's in the same place that I was in, wanting to, she's got a daughter who's not healthy and not looking after herself. She's only 18, so she's sort of feeling guilty that she's let their life get that busy and that out of control, that she's let that happen, and she's probably looking to get some control back. So hopefully, she's signed up and getting on board, ready for next month.
Yeah, what stands out to me with that is you two things. One is the fact that you guys are stalking each other for 10 years, and not one of you decided to say hi. And I love that about our business, because we talk to people, we say hello to people, we ask how people are going, and we do it genuinely. It's not like, hey, how's the weather? I love to there's so many people on old friends I've connected with on Facebook. Many of them are using Juice Plus, many of them are not. Many of them have not even asked about it. Many of them I've not shared it with, but that we're having quality conversations. And I love that. I love that this takes me down this path of meeting people on a deeper level. I know it sounds a bit cheesy and over dramatic, but you meet people on a deeper level. And it's a really beautiful thing to have that, The other thing that stood out to me in what you were saying is we just don't know who's out there that's looking for change, wanting change, not sure where to go and how to get that change, but they're out there looking, and we don't see them looking until we put ourselves out there, share a bit of truth and vulnerability, and say, this is what I'm doing, and suddenly, bang, somebody goes, oh my God, that's me. And they feel brave enough to ask you about it. And I guess in some way that was maybe you and I. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
You just said the shred, then suddenly I said, well, okay, what I think I would have responded to your, can I ask you, here's some information, and can I ask you what about the shred, what's going on in your life that makes you feel you want to do this? And I was almost sorry I asked. Boom, you're telling me, what's going on. But it's so cool, because it's not just it's so much more than a capsule going into your mouth, a fruit veg. To hear what it's doing just between you and Juliet, your daughter, that's the stuff I froth on, and that's what we get to do. So can I ask you, because I know you've told me that you don't want to be a 60-year-old barista.
Yeah.
So, and I know you've just mentioned you've got a 12-month plan to sort of get out of the cafes.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, where does this fit in for you? What do you see? What sort of part in your future does this really play? Have you thought about that, or are you just plodding along, going, I'll see where it goes? Or as every day's passing, you're thinking to yourself, holy shit, this could be something significant for me?
Yeah, I think I'm thinking it can be something significant, something I really want to work towards, and it's something I just really genuinely enjoy. I don't really get a lot of enjoyment out of handing coffees over to even my 300 coffees a day. I don't, and now I actually start feeling guilty with some of the coffees I'm handing over with all the sugar and caramel syrup in them. I'm going, gosh, So, but I know I don't get a lot of enjoyment. I dread going there every morning, and I can't wait until the 4:30 when I switch that machine off and get to walk out the door. So probably, to be honest, having this to look work on and inspire me and stuff's given me a bit of a spring in my step, and it's something that is actually making me happier in the cafes because I know that I've got something else that I'm interested in, you know, and just see where it takes me. Like I'd like to probably thinking I'll work hard for the next 12 months and really work hard on Juice Plus and see where I end up. But I'd like to get to the point where, you know, if I got a bit of extra money in every week that could just take a bit of pressure off, I'd much rather just have that, be able to stay at home with the kids, not miss out on things that I'm missing out with the kids, because our eldest two are like almost gone. And then I've still got the two younger ones, and I don't want to miss out on much more with them because I've missed out on kids nearly working hard my whole life. So I'd like to probably enjoy the 10 or 15 years with them while they're at school and stuff like that. So let's see how we go.
You know, I can tell you this with my hand on my heart, and as I said, when you come to conference, you will hear these stories. You will see these women face to face, either on stage or, you know, at breaks or at the evening, at the Saturday gala dinner, whatever. You'll be hearing from or speaking with women who, and you would have seen it through some of the Zoom recordings that you've, you know, seen already. These are women that are literally standing or were standing or have stood where you are standing right now in terms of that desire to not miss out on the kids, that desire not to be working, doing something you're not really passionate about. You know, like when you just said now, you know, you just can't wait for 4:30 to turn off the coffee machine. With no disrespect, in fact, with absolute excitement for you, with what this can be for you, is that's just no way to live your life. You know, at our age, as parents and people, as mentors and people that are supposed to inspire our kids, that's just no way to live at this age, you know, and then to know we've got to do that till we're 60, you know. So I love how you said that this is making you enjoy your time at work more because you feel like you've got something else you can work on. And probably, you know, you did mention, you know, there's no risk in it. And for me, there's one risk. There is one risk. And that is because it's just so ridiculously cheap to enter into this business. Sometimes we don't treat it like a business. Like I'm sure you know, like the people that dump down money on franchises or businesses or whatever, is, you know, you spending 50 grand on kicking off a business, you're going to go to work.
Yeah.
So we're always encouraged to treat this like a business. So, mate, I'm really excited for you. I want to say thanks heaps for sharing your story, because yours is giving me also, you put fire in my shoes as well with what's going on. So if any of this, I'll just pull you off spotlight, mate. And thanks again. I really appreciate that. So if any of this, you know, what you've heard tonight resonates with you in any way, you know, if you're feeling like me and you feel like you met more, if you're feeling like Julia, who's just shared with us, where just you're wanting to get out the door at 4:30 from your job and you don't want to miss out on your family, I encourage you to get back to the person that's invited you onto this Zoom or shared this Zoom with you and ask those quality questions, you know, that you need to know to really not to make an informed decision as to yes, but more so to rule out any genuine no, because we know this can work and it can work for anybody as long as, you know, you're willing to work and surrender yourself to the process. So I'm just going to say, wrap it up and say thank you for taking the time out of your evening to invest in yourself, because I honestly believe that that's what you've done. And good night. Thank you, Matt, and thank you, Julia.
Thank you.